Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lecture number 18, unit number 4, problem solving computer science. A class, today we are going to start our unit number 4. In our previous lecture, we had completed our unit number 3 by studying different types of things of Excel, like applying border and background color to cell or cell range of cells and borders, applying borders, background color, inserting new rows, columns, inserting charts, in which we are studying using charts wizard to insert charts, to insert column chart, to insert line chart, and to insert pie chart. That I have gave you some of the activities to perform some of the work. Now today we are going to study our unit number 4, which is problem solving. In problem solving, we are going to study about multiple things. What is problem, how a problem occurs, how do we solve that problem, what are the way in computer sciences to solve a problem, what are the methods we will utilize, what are the techniques that will help us to solve a problem. First is unit introduction. Problem solving techniques are helpful in solving a problem. Problem solving technique starts from stating the problem and extracting information like input, processes, and defining output. In problem solving, flowcharting is a tool to describe the flow of the program. Flowcharts are helpful in understanding the logic of the program and the sequence of steps involved in reaching the output. Such problem solving techniques will be discussed in this unit. Problem solving. In our daily life, we face different problems at home or at work, which may be large or complex. We need to solve this problem in a simple and efficient way. Before discussing about problem solving, we must understand what a problem is. A problem is an obstacle, hurdle, difficulty, or challenge, or any situation that needs to be removed or solved. The solution of a problem is recognized as a solution or contribution toward a non-purpose or goal. Problem is a state of difficulty that needs to be resolved. First thing first, that what is problem? First question, what is problem? In general or simple ways, you can say a problem, anything we want to prove or do, or any action we want to perform, or any work we are going to perform in computer science will be remembered or named as problem. In computer science, we name every task a problem until the task has been performed. Like if we see math, there are algebraic expression x square plus y square is equal to 2. That is a problem in sense of computer sciences. In computer science, we name it a problem, and how we are going to solve such problem, that we will follow that. Problem solving is a process to solve different types of problems. The goal of problem solving is to get the desired result in a short and perfect manner. Remember that problem solving is a process to solve different types of problem. Okay. The goal of problem solving is to get the required output that you have defined during your problem, that if the question is this, the answer will be this. Then the required result, getting the required result in short and well-mannered way is called problem solving. In figure 4.1, a student is thinking to solve a problem. Well, I don't know what kind of problem he is in. Next is problem statement. As we have clear what is problem, now next is problem statement. Problem statement is that the when we define or describe a problem, it is called problem statement. A problem statement is a concise description of the problem to be solved. It is good idea to state problem before trying to solve it. If you not describe the problem, like in math, most commonly you have seen the question written like solve it, and then there is a question in front of it like x square plus y square is equal to 2. Now first what you will think of, you will try to understand what kind of calculation should I perform on this question. You will not just try to solve it, no, you will first understand what kind of problem you are going to solve, or what is the problem you are going to solve. A problem statement should have the following feature: clarity and precision. Problem should be clear. You must understand what is the problem. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 and 3 plus 2 is also equal to 5. You must have to clear what is the problem. Okay. Identification of what would be studied. You are going to solve the algebraic question, so you have to study the algebra first. Identification of key factors are variables. To solve an algebraic equation, what kind of rules and regulation you must follow. Identification of key concepts and terms, and what are the terms and concepts behind an algebraic equation to solve. A good problem statement should answer these questions. What is the problem? Simple. What is the problem? Why the solution is needed? When we got a problem, we need a solution set. Who has the problem, or who is the client or customer? In algebraic question, a student has a problem. Okay, who is client or customer? A student. What is the scope and limitation that can be used to solve the problem? Every software must be restricted. Every software has its own limitation. Like if you use addition operator, that is plus sign, it will solve or calculate the values that are on its left and right. Okay, like 2 plus 2, it will answer it 4. But what if you type a plus b into c plus c plus into c plus c? What it will do? It will first solve the brackets, then solve that external addition operator. So every software has its limitations. Like for more example, we can say if a software is allowed to get a number value, you must put a limitation that the user should not enter a string value or a alphabetic value. Okay, so these are called the limitations. In calculator, that is most commonly available in our mobile phone, you cannot add or a general calculator, or in a general you cannot add alphabets. You just have to deal with the numbers. Next is elements of a problem statement. A problem statement has the following 3 elements. What is given? The input. Question, problem, it calls your input. The processing requirement. What kind of processing requirement do you require? What is required? The output. When are you giving an input to a computer, you are supposed to need an output from the computer. What is input? The data, the information to provided to the computer. What is processing requirements? How you will solve that problem. For a numerical value, you can use calculator. That is the processing requirements. And what will be the output? The answer of the mathematical equation. What is given? The input. Input is such element of the problem statement that we give to computer as raw material to solve the problem. It is also called data or non-facts. It can be extracted from the present situation of the problem statement. The following example explain the concept of the input. Problem 1. Preparing tea. It is a problem. In the above problem, the input material would be an electrical kettle, water, tea bag, milk and sugar. Now here we are talking about the inputs, input materials. But think, what is the problem? First we have to understand what is the problem. The problem is how we are going to prepare a tea. Sorry, I have misguided. How we are going to prepare tea or a cup of tea. So this is the problem. According to that problem, when we see what will be the input requirement, that are electrical kettle, water, tea bag, milk and sugar. And another problem, to find average of 5 subjects marks. In problem 2, the inputs of is the marks in the 5 subjects. For example, English, Urdu, Math, Science, Computer Education 80, 87, 90, 83 and 95. Next is the processing requirements. This involves performing action or operations on input data to achieve the desired goals and find the solution to the problem. The way how you will solve the problem is called the processing. And what are the processing requirements? The action and operation that are used to solve that problem. In problem 1, the processing requirements are boiling water by plugging in the kettle, adding sugar, tea bag and milk. In problem 2, the processing requirements are finding the sum of marks using the formula and finding the average using the formula. So what is the formula for sum? Add all the subjects marks, English plus Urdu plus mathematics plus science plus computer education, which will become 80 plus 87 plus 90 plus 83 plus 95 equal to 435. Finding an average using the formula, average is equal to sum divided by number of subjects, and then number of subjects are 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So divided by 5, 435 divided by 5 is equal to 87. So these are the process how we define our processes according to our need. Next is what is required, the output. When you are providing an input and performing some action, it is clear that there must be an output. Output is the result which is obtained by processing the input data. It is also called the solution. It is the change or improvement in the situation or behavior. And the target or goal. One is aiming for the problem solution. In problem 1, the output required is the prepared tea served in a cup. In problem 2, the output requirements are the sum and the average. So we got our required input output in during the processing, but we have to clear that the output are these ones. As you can see, we have in the process requirement we had got our outputs here, but here we are clearly defining that these are our outputs. With this, let's wind up our today's lecture. If you have any issue or question regarding to any of the topic what studied today or we had studied in our previous lectures, let me know. Leave a question in the group. I will guide you in the question in the group. I will meet you next lecture. Till that next lecture, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.